Could you tell us about 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐺 or Sunday Sound, that battle that you never told anybody? Like, can you give us an exclusive?
Well, I've probably told the story many times. You know, it was a great. I mean, I was a young guy going against the master in Whittingham, and when we both showed up in Louisville, 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐺 was the kind of the big thing, and Sunday Sound had won the Santa Anita Derby, but I knew with him training him, I was going to have my hands full. And but we went through the Triple Crown. And, I finished second in the first two, and then won the Belmont. But he made it to where it wasn't really a rivalry; it was more of a friendship.
Wow.
And I mean, my whole life, I'll always appreciate that, because he could have made it. He could have made it difficult, because he was the guy and I was the little guy. So it was. The Derby, I think we called a track he probably didn't like. The Preakness, and I never ever said this till after he retired, but Pat Day told me after the race, he said, I got him beat. I got beat that far. And then, we came into the Belmont, and everybody wanted to make it, you're trying to upset, a Triple Crown. And I said, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to win the Belmont. I'd never won a Classic. Mr. Phipps had never won a Classic. So our main goal was try to win the Belmont, and then we came up here and we won the Whitney and the Travers, we won the Woodward and Jockey Club Gold Cup, and then we get to Florida for the Breeders' Cup, and here we are clashing again. And when they draw, we drew the inside, he drew the outside, and they started a shoot the head of the stretch at Gulfstream, and he said in the press conference, he said, I think I got the best of Shug at the draw. And I think he did. We kind of broke to the inside, and it was just a matter of we didn't catch him. I remember McCarron was telling me going down the backside. He said, I heard somebody coming, but I didn't have to look and see who it was. I knew who it was, and we just missed. He was probably a little better horse around the sharp turns than 𝐒𝐴𝐺, but it was a great rivalry, and he was a great man, and he was great to me.
Wow, thank you, man. And we in Saratoga, right? What makes this racetrack so special for you, man?
Well, I think, I mean, I've been around a long time. I think the tradition of it, I worked for a long time for a very tradition-oriented racing family, and, they loved coming up here. They had a house up here, the family came, and, they'd be out here every morning, and, they loved their horses, and, the tradition of some of these races is monumental. When you talk about the Whitney and the Alabama and the Travers, even the 4-goal sprint race and the 2-year-old races, and this is kind of up here was kind of where the 2-year-olds started to showcase themselves, and so that was always a lot of fun too.
And how important was Miss Mary Lou Whitney to this racetrack?
Well, I think she was important to the town. She had a big presence here. She was well liked by the people, in the town, because she did a lot for the town. And she and her husband did a lot for the backside here and feeding, they used to have a dinner every, once a week for all the backstretch help. And, she put a lot of money into the hospital over here and made it a lot better than it was. And she made the town of Saratoga a lot better than it was, and that's hats off to her.